Let me introduce you to the new kid on the block, the Datacolor Lightcolor Meter. Streams real-time information to your phone by Bluetooth connection, measures ambient color and flash. Let's take a close look inside the box and see what this bad boy has in store for us. So if we take it out, it comes in its own protective hard case to start with. And inside, let's have a look, see what it's got for us. Put those to one side. Earth magnets to secure the meter for when metering, but more importantly, let's see what the meter has to offer. Firstly, we need to connect this to our smartphone where all the data is forwarded to in real time. So let's get my mobile phone and take it from there. So if you go to your mobile device's app store and download the Datacolor Lightcolor Meter app and then click open. Once the app is downloaded to your smartphone, click on the app, devices, turn the Datacolor Lightcolor Meter on, and it will flash green and blue whilst it searches for the connection. So we'll press connect, and then when it's connected it will stop flashing and the box here at the top on your smartphone will turn blue. So having achieved that, the piece here is the battery status on the Datacolor Light Meter. So let's just click on there, which takes us to the meter settings. Mine's already bonded with the Datacolor meter, but normally you would have to press bonded, which bonds your mobile device to the meter, and also you can name the meter whatever you choose to. I've just put mine as Lightcolor Meter. The identify is if there are more than one meter being used, so you can tell which meter is referring to which data that's being given. So if I press identify, that one is connected to that meter by the glowing colors that you can see there. So let's scroll down the settings that you can see. We can click here to only connect to linked devices. That's devices that I'm bonded to. Let's just press that, stop it flashing. So it only connects to the device that I'm bonded to, which is this one here. Ambient sample rate every 5 seconds, so it will flash every 5 seconds to take a reading of the light that you're metering from. If you chose to adjust your exposure to personal taste, then you can adjust the compensation that the meter's giving you there. Enable photo cell triggering, which is if you're using flash with a strobe unit, it will pick up the strobe, which is the first one, which you can either turn off or turn on. And the second one is for those that still use a sync cord to their strobes, so we can turn that on or off. I don't use a sync cord, so I'll turn that one off. Flash exposure compensation, as it says. The photo cell trigger sensitivity, I've got mine on max. If you're in an environment where other photographers are using strobe units, they may be triggering your cell on top of the Datacolor meter, so obviously you could reduce the sensitivity, thereby only your lights, because they're close, will be being picked up by the meter. Because that's not the case with myself here in the studio, we'll put that up to max. Flash arm timeout, we'll leave that at about 30 seconds. Auto LED brightness is, as it says, auto LED brightness, although we can turn the auto off and reduce the brightness manually if you chose to. I'm going to leave mine on auto. And inactivity timeout, I've got mine at 5 minutes so that it doesn't drain the battery if I forget to turn it off because I'm not using the system. So to take a meter reading, we select the type that we require, which in this case we're going to go exposure, which gives us a tile. Select the tile, and then what we need to do is to select the sync speed that we want. So we'll go for 160 at 200 ISO. We want a flash meter reading, and we'll fire the flash, and it gives us F8 with 97% of the strobe being the light that is being recorded. You'll see also beneath the strobe it mentions high speed sync, which is off at the moment, so we could turn that on to either auto or on. So if we change to video on 1000 ISO at a shutter speed of 50, in the lighting conditions that I'm in at the moment, it will give me an aperture of 4.5. However, if I was outdoors and shooting in bright sunlight and needed to use ND filters on the camera, I can select ND filter, and if for argument's sake I was using a 0.9, it then readjusts the aperture setting to take into consideration the using of the ND filter. Also, under the lighting conditions that you're in, it will give you the color temperature, which in this case is 4600 degrees Kelvin. It's fluctuating slightly as it's taking meter readings, but it's around about that figure. At the bottom you can see the color temperature is fluctuating every 5 seconds when a new reading is taken by the Datacolor Lightcolor Meter. So if we go to simple color, which will measure either ambient or strobe light, so we'll begin with ambient. So if we select monitor ambient, press the blue button in the bottom right hand corner, and it will flash between yellow and green on the Datacolor meter, and as you can see it's giving a reading of 4600 and fluctuating slightly as it reassesses what the lighting conditions are. If however we wanted to check the flash meter reading, it will flash between blue and purple, and when the strobe is fired it gives the temperature there 5800 degrees Kelvin from the strobe unit. For those that use this type of color balance metering, the selection for reference color allows you to choose the reference color to compare the light color meter measurements. For those that use this, obviously you'll be more familiar than I am, so just to show you that that option is there with the various references available for you to select from. Moving on to the color graph, this enables you to read the temperature of your light, coolness or warmth measured in Kelvin, including its DUV, so you can adjust your scene lighting and camera settings accordingly. To choose the filtered light type feature, enable the switch on the left next to the text. To choose a filtered light type, click on the arrow next to the text. To help you determine the best filters to use, the Lightcolor Meter app supports popular color filters from filter libraries which can be viewed on the color graph. The colour filters can be used to select a filter to match multiple light flashes, match one or more lights or flashes to a main light, match a light or flash to ambient light, or for creative effects. The final function within the app is the chromaticity. The chromaticity will provide a light measurement in lux as well as a graphical representation of the colour temperature and colour shift for the measurement on the CIE XY colour space diagram. To take a measurement, click on the blue shutter button in the bottom right of the screen. With over 3 decades within the industry, this is most certainly a piece of kit that I've long awaited for. Its functionality is amazing and I'm still coming to terms with its full capabilities. Definitely one of those pieces of kit that you buy and you should read the manual, not leave it in the bag. So Datacolor, well done. Anyone who's looking to measure their ambient, their flash or their colour, this is the product you need to check out.